Okay. We'll start that recording again. Now let me see over here. Okay, Aaron Zellman still hasn't called in. Interesting. Now I'll tell you what may have happened, but let's see if we can. Let's try to give it another try. He has not advertised with me in Free American because the other people out there that are members, the Jews that are members, don't like Clay Douglas.
Thank you for calling Jews for the Preservation of...
Yep. Okay. Try one other number. He gave me 2 numbers. Maybe we'll get a live person this time.
Thank you for calling Jews.
Maybe not. Okay. I have just basically, let's see what we got here. Okay, Reverend Righteous says, is he afraid to come on this program? No, but he is pressured not to. And Dr. D-Charge in the chat room says the next election will take more than a Democrat or Republican to change the direction this country is going now. Only an independent can make any difference now, and an independent will never win because the newspapers are controlled by the Republican and Democratic parties. They are the income. Your contributions are fed back into the newspapers. And I've been in the presidential campaigns. Charles Collins thought like an independent. He thought like a libertarian. He was a Republican. He was a banker. He was a Rhodes Scholar. And you never heard about him because the media didn't tell him. Now, that is why, ladies and gentlemen, that is why the Free American, what I am trying to do, is so important. I've got Jews over here that are afraid to come on my show because their other Jewish friends might put pressure on them. I've lost advertisers because Jewish organizations, Jewish-owned organizations like the ADL, SPLC, have waged a propaganda campaign against me. They've done the same thing to David Duke. They did the same thing to William Pierce. And the danger with me is that I'm not like them. If you're Jewish and you want to work with me, fine. Come on and do it. Let's work together. Let's talk to each other. Let's help each other. And there's always people out there, and right up on my website, there's 2 little boxes of videos like this that will tell you that some little Jewish guy from out in Florida got involved with friends of mine, people that I knew, not necessarily a friend, people I did business with, people I broadcast with, a network I helped form and was on. And suddenly, one guy goes to prison for murder, one guy is dead, there's a falling out. Who killed who? I don't know. Circumstantial evidence points to Ray Powell being the murderer, beating Kristen Pohl to death. And the Jewish talk show host that came into this picture somewhere along the line in the last 2 years that I've been in Arizona suddenly became involved. And Clay, you shouldn't talk about this because this is a private matter. What was he saying? Now, you can hear what he said. You can hear what he said. You can hear how he would avoid everything. And I even had somebody that had nothing to do with him, nothing to do with this network. I had a lady on, Christy, that was a great guest, And he came out and tried to attack her for being on my show. Yeah, excuse me, this is a lady that lost her 2 children, and a bunch of these so-called patriot talk show hosts are all uptight. Now, I am one of the most hated men in the patriot movement because the infiltrators that took over the patriot movement, the people that were with counterintelligence like Bogarts, I told you about them. The con artists like Linda Wagon, I told you about them. And I'm telling you about them now. The person that's sitting in jail in New Mexico for murdering his friend, charged with murdering his friend, owns Revolution Broadcasting. Owns it. I checked on the ISP. No ownership has changed. So he's in prison, and some little Jewish talk show host that popped out of nowhere, that's got an attitude, that doesn't know how to manage anything, they couldn't run a radio station, and got no common sense at all, is supposedly running Ray's radio station. Now we've stopped him. Now I'm not supposed to ask these questions. I'm not supposed to investigate. This is a private matter, Clay. No, I'm sorry. Murder isn't a private matter. And when the ownership of the station shifts over to some little Jew boy in Florida, I suspect criminality. Oh, you're trying to blackmail me, Clay, he says? No, I'm not trying to blackmail nobody. I'm telling you that I'm calling the police. I'm giving them my phone number. I'm giving them all the information. I'm going to track down and see who's running this station. I'm going to see if now maybe somebody came by and beat them both up. Maybe they got in a fight. Maybe somebody came by and ran over him while he was on the ground. I don't know. That's not my job. That's the police's job. But they will report, they will tell, and we will find out the truth. And meanwhile, you'll notice that Revolution isn't broadcasting the intel report or anything else. All they're doing is running reruns because they don't have the talent or the ability or the brains to run a business. I've been running businesses, and you can go right on my website, you can read my resume. I've been running businesses for 40 years. And I'm taking this business back. I'm taking this Main Street. My God, now I used the term Jew boy. And he would, and I asked this little talk show host who was on my show as a guest, as a Jewish talk show host. Now, if somebody looks at me and says, "Hey, Whitey, hey, honky, hey, Tex," am I supposed to get offended by that? Yeah, I'm white. Yeah, I'm Texan. Yeah, I'm a biker. Yeah, I'm a patriot. So what? What are you? Oh, you're a pot smoking, motorcycle riding hippie. Yeah, and you're a jerk. Folks, that's what the Free American is about. Call me at 520-413-2397. Go to clay@freeamerican.com and subscribe. Make a donation. Let's do this together. I'm going to give you the information. I'm going to tell you, even if it's a patriot, even if his name's Bo Gritz, that he arrested Randy Weaver. He didn't just save his life, he arrested him. Come on, folks. I'm giving you the straight dope on this.